What is up? How are you? I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are great. I hope you guys started out the week kicking ass, taking some names, or at least taking some names and kicking some ass, or taking ass and kicking names. Hell, who knows? So, this is Monday, Awareness Monday. All right, James, give me a minute, bud. We are going to, of course, talk about a very unpopular subject that people don't like to talk about, but I don't necessarily like talking about it myself, but it's something that has to be talked about. So tonight, I, what's up, Casey Glass, my sister, good evening, get to know, and James, please shut that chat door and knock on that like, that thumbs, thanks, absolutely. And come on up out the rest stop, y'all. We don't bite. Quit being shy. Come on in and say hi. Know what I mean? Motherfuckers out there stealing my lines and shit. Fucking bullshit. Hearing people stealing my shit left and right. Fucking amazing. I can't believe I got so many crazy ass bush watchers. You know what I mean? Rest stoppers in my case, but I got a lot of people that don't like to show their face around here, and I think that's a pretty chicken shit thing to do, if you ask me.
How you doing today, Aaron?
I'm all right today, Mr. Chapman. How are you?
Good, good.
Good, good.
I got something to talk about.
Yeah. Well,
Some person I was on the channel yesterday. It was it was a pet catching channel, and some women told me that I shouldn't be using my real name on YouTube for my safety.
yeah. I told you. I told you that a long time ago too, James. You really shouldn't be using your real name on social media, bud. I did this. I did the
Oh,
same. I did the same thing. I did the same thing when I first started out doing YouTube. And yes, it's a mistake.
what could happen?
People can find out all kinds of shit about you and just find where you live and fucking come visit you when you don't want visitors. And
Oh.
what's up, Seagull Rock Squawk? Yep. You know,
I,
you just
I
got
didn't
you
I
just got
didn't
to.
I didn't know that at the time.
Yep. I mean, it's easy to change. You can go change it right now.
I don't know. How would I change it?
I'm not exactly sure. So you go into your YouTube account and then click on where it says your channel, and then you click edit, and
Yeah.
then you click on where your name's at, and you delete it, and then type in a new name.
Right. I mean, everybody knows me
Well,
on on
reintroduce
Tom,
yourself.
on Tommy's channel, and Tommy knows me, but I never realized it was that before.
Yep, it could really screw you over, man.
Well, I don't have anything. I don't have a criminal record or anything. I don't
It doesn't
really.
even matter if you got what's up on the E. It doesn't matter if you got a criminal record or not. You still got stuff that you want to keep private, right?
Yep.
Oh, there you
Yep.
go.
I'm sorry. I should listen. I'm sorry.
Well, don't apologize. There's a lot of people that use their real names like you do on social media, like John, like Mr. John. He uses his real name, and like they're perfectly fine with it. It just depends on who you are and what you want to keep private and what you want people to know about you. You know what I
Well,
mean?
I don't really. I don't really. My the guy that I follow is um
See, like Seagull Rock Squawk says, she just said, "Don't share your bank account, kid." Think about it. You know what I mean?
my mom handles all my banking
But what we're
accounts.
saying is, you can find everything out about somebody through their name, dude.
Right.
Happy Canada Day, eh? Happy Canada Day.
Oh, there's your friend John.
Mr. John is in the house.
Yeah.
And Candy Wrapper's in the house. I haven't seen you for a minute, sweetheart. How are you? I got some good information going to put out here today. I got some
So
good information to put out here today.
so I saw your live was it Sunday night? Your live
Was it last night?
you were singing and Rich is on your
Oh, Saturday
piano.
night. Saturday
Yeah,
night.
Rich is on your piano
Yep.
and yeah.
Not much. Just gonna do some. Just gonna get back to some old time stuff that I used to do all the time, and I kind of separated myself from because it was getting me down a lot. So
So
tonight,
so so
go ahead.
I get you saw some couple of people subscribe to your channel, huh?
Oh, there's been more than just a couple. Yep, there sure has
Well,
been. And since I'm not going to name drop, I won't be name dropping them in here. But
right,
you know, I'm
yeah,
sure people can figure it out.
right,
And it breaks my
yeah,
heart. But what do? You can't make people hang around and don't want to hang around no more. So,
yeah.
without any further ado, we're going to get into Awareness Monday. After we do this, we can have conversations about whatever, kick whatever the hell. My birthday's in 2 days, everybody. Hint, hint. Just letting you all know, my birthday's in 2 days. So just letting you know.
What you doing for your birthday?
Working.
That's oh wow.
Yep. Yep.
So so
Yep. Yep. All right.
so
Go ahead.
is it hot by you?
Oh, it's hot. It's hot right here. It's hot here now. Yes.
Yeah.
Starting to cool off because it's 7 o'clock, or 8 o'clock. But
Oh, is it? Is it
yeah,
hot for you?
I fucking hate the heat though.
Do you
So
prefer do you prefer cold weather?
what's that?
Do you prefer cold weather?
Oh, I do. I take cold showers. I take cold showers. I wear my shorts in the wintertime.
Yeah.
I know. It's crazy. Jim Morrison died. What year did he die? What year did he die?
Oh, he died in Paris, huh? I didn't know
He
that.
died on July 3rd in Paris. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Shut the front door. I had no idea it's that close to your B-Day, bro. Happy soon to be birthday. Hey, yeah. Hope you're all smoking the good stuff. I'm smoking Cam D, I-95, and Gelato Live Rosin. I'm smoking some fucking sour diesel, and I call that shit fucking dangerous because I always end up getting hurt when I smoke it. So there is that. Candy Rapper says hi, babe.
Hi, Candy
Casey Glass
Rapper.
says hi, babe.
Hi, sisters. Don't we need to take this window up because it's gonna rain in the car.
Okay. Well, I'll tape it up before it rains.
It's starting to sprinkle. So.
I'll tape it up before it rains. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get into Awareness Monday. Shall we? Shall we? Shall we? So here are 25 ways parents can approach the sensitive topic of sexual abuse with their children to educate and protect them. Number one. Anybody else want to come up on panel and join us? You're more than welcome. Number one, use age appropriate language. Tailor the conversation to the child's age and understanding. It means don't use big technical dictionary type words. Use your
Yeah.
brain about it. Be smart. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, I didn't know that. Brian Jones from the Stones died on July 3rd too. Crazy. What year was that he died? Number two, teach body anatomy. Explain that their body belongs to them and they have the right to say no. Also, call a penis, a vagina, and breasts. And I mean, it's logical. Hell yeah, sounds like I want to smoke some of that shit too. Number three, identify safe touch. Help them understand the difference between safe and unsafe touches. Can we give examples of what safe touches are? A touch on the shoulder, a touch on the arm. That's probably about it. You don't want anybody touching your kid's legs and their chest and their stomach. So think about it. It's logical. It's logical. Or am I wrong? Or am I wrong? I don't think I am.
Mhm.
I could be, but I don't think I am. Number 4, establish trust. Encourage open communication and reassure them they can talk about anything without fear of judgment. Absolutely important. 100% vital, 100% important. You have to be able to encourage communication and reassure them that they can talk to you about anything without judgment and with and when the time comes to talk, because it doesn't have to necessarily be about sexual abuse, it could also be just about, you know, anything. Like if your kids come to you, if you tell your kids that they can come to you and talk to you about anything without judgment, that means anything. So if your kid comes to you and tells you that they smoke, that they've been doing drugs, you can't judge them for it, or else they will never trust you about shit again. It's absolutely important. Absolutely important. Number 5, use books and stories. Read books together that discuss personal boundaries and safety. There's not many out there. That is why I am working on a child series about this exact topic. How crazy! I don't really agree with this one just because it can probably go sour real easy, but it says role playing. Practice scenarios where they might need to say no or tell an adult. So that would lead into basically not being okay, from my viewpoint, anyway. Discuss privacy. Number 7. Teach them about private parts and privacy, emphasizing that no one should ask to see or touch them in their private spots. Not only that, you also need to teach kids that their mouth's off limits. There's other places on the human anatomy that should be off limits at all times, especially when they're children. What's up, my sister, my sister?
Hey, you. How are
Next,
you fine souls tonight?
good, good. Just spreading some awareness and making myself important.
I'm listening.
Recognize grooming behaviors. Explain how some adults might try to be overly friendly or give gifts to gain trust. Happens all the time. Happens all the fucking time. Every day happens. And I don't know why most parents and some parents are really blind to the fact that this is happening. Like, if somebody's buying your kids video games and movies and pets, candy all the time, think about why they're doing it. Think about why they're doing it. Yes, some people do that shit because they just want to do it and they can and whatever. But when it comes in reality, it's probably because they're trying to groom your child. For real. Safe adults list. Create a list of trusted adults that they can turn to if they're feeling unsafe or uncomfortable. And when you create this safe adult list, make sure that you would trust your child's life with anybody you put on that list. Back 25 years ago, we would put cops and detectives and teachers and lawyers and judges and all different kinds of people on that list. Nowadays, you can't, because these teachers and judges and cops, they're pedophiles. Not all, but some are. It's hard to distinguish which ones are and which ones are not. Therefore, it's basically safe to say that there's no such thing as a safe adults list for children. There's really not. Because of the fact you have no idea who is and who isn't a pedophile. 100%. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. I'll even pause for correction. Nope, I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. Number 10. What the hell is this shit? I don't know what that was. Number 10. Regular check-ins. Have routine conversations about their interactions with others, both in person and online. My wife and I did this and still do this with our kids quite often, as a matter of fact. And that's no bullshit. Teach assertiveness. Encourage them to speak up loudly and confidently if they feel uncomfortable. That means if your child if you teach your child the right ways and if they feel uncomfortable about anything, make sure that they know that for one, they're not going to get in trouble for saying something. Two, you're going to believe them and make sure you know and let them know that you're going to believe them with what they say. Make sure they're confident with how they say it because confidence is a of major importance. 100%. Baby, I can help you too, babe. Only one problem nowadays: you can't trust people. Even close family could be pedophiles. Absolutely, candy wrapper. Absolutely right. I say it all the time. You honestly don't know. I mean, I hate to say this, but there's possibilities that your own child could be sexually abusing your own child. I mean, we trust our children with our other children, right? But it happens all the time, you guys. It happens all the fucking time. You just got to watch it and be vigilant. Be very vigilant. Those will be tough books, especially with drawings. Yeah, I haven't really, I haven't really. Yeah, I need some help with it. I'm just saying. So if anybody's got some ideas on how or want to help me write this shit or come up with the ideas for it, like I got the ideas and what I want to portray in these books, but I could use some help. I'm just saying. Number 12. Either one of you on panel got something to add into any of this? Chime in anytime.
Thanks.
Exactly, especially when they get to the ages where they want to experiment with sex. Absolutely. Absolutely. Number 12. Use real situations. Discuss news, stories, and events in an age appropriate way to illustrate world examples. Um, yeah, I kind of agree and disagree with this one. I mean, yes, you should use news discussions or events in an like I don't know if there's really any age appropriate way to teach a child about a pedophile and what sexual abuse is. I mean, you ain't got to show them pictures and get into details for them to know what sexual abuse is and and like if you see a story on the news and tell them and your kids understand what child pornography is and what pornography is and you see somebody that got charged with got busted with 150,000 images of child pornography, maybe there's a good example. I mean, you can't call it CP because they don't know what CP is. I mean, you could, but it takes away from the seriousness of the word, and these words are serious, so keep them serious. Say the words for what they are. Create a safety plan. Develop a plan for what they should do if they feel threatened or unsafe. Extremely important. I agree. But again, you gotta be careful with who you tell your kids they can feel safe around and who they can trust. Because the ones that they trust the most are the ones that are going to be the first ones to fucking cross the line. Infantile consent. Now, this is of course, for older ages, but still. But even if you talk to your children about these things until you're blue in the face, there is still a chance that someone close could take advantage of them at any time. And and that's sad. You can't even exactly candy wrapper. Exactly candy wrapper. It's fucked up. It's legitimately a fucked up situation. You can't even trust family or friends of family. You can't. You can't. You can't. I know this lady who was married to this man for, I think she said 17 years, or I think it was 14 years. They had two girls, and she caught him with cameras in bathrooms, and it came out that their own biological dad was molesting and raping them. So there you go. Dad lived in the home with the mom. They were married. They had been married for like 14, 15, 16 years. And the dad was molesting and raping the children. So there you go. It's a tough world out there. Hang on. It's a tough world out there. People are disgusting, and unfortunately, we can only trust ourselves not to be a pedophile to teach our kids the right ways and much wrong. And in some cases, these kids can't even trust both their parents because I've read stories about how the mom and dad, both biological parents, are sexually abusing the children. It's just fucked up, man. It's just a fucked up situation, all the
Yeah,
way
it
around,
is. True that.
all the way around. Online safety. Discuss the importance of online privacy and the risks of sharing personal information. Me, myself, I think the internet should be outlawed to all children under the age of 18. So there
Okay,
you go.
I want you to be president.
That's what I'm saying about the laws anyway. I think it should be well, maybe 16 because of high school shit, but it should be like monitored like you wouldn't believe, you know what I mean?
Only let them have access to this to what they need for school.
To the education. Like there should be education. There should be an educational site that's only for educational and teaching purposes, period, that they can access. And that's the only thing the laptop hack can get into. There's no other ways that anybody else can get in and do shit because there was a teacher that was teaching, I think it was a third grade class in New Hampshire, I think, if I remember right. But they were all on their laptops doing a class assignment, and some pervert hacked into the fucking school system and was jerking off on the goddamn camera, and every child seen this dude jerking off on the camera because he hacked into their system. So
And did you know it's almost like they want our children online because when we didn't allow for the levy to pass, because nobody wants our taxes to raise and shit.
yep.
And we voted no on the levy, but here's what happens, man. They took gym away, they took art away, they took the freaking library away, they took busing away. So I mean, think of all four of those that I named. Gym, the busing was really freaking awful, you guys. So many people lost their jobs because most daycares didn't open up until 6 a.m. And when you have to be on the job at 5 a.m., yeah, that's not working out too well for you. But like the point is like library, why would you deprive a child a library so that they could research what the hell it is you're teaching them?
Well, here's why. Here's why.
They can do that at school.
Here's
They
why.
want them online.
No, well, not just that, because there's books that are sitting in these schools now that are talking about transgendered, about sex changes. I know of one school.
Bingo.
I don't remember. I don't remember what school it was. But there was a principal who went under fire because for their sex ed class, he allowed the sex ed teacher to bring in butt plugs, dildos, condoms, and they were passing them around in class.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's why they're banning those things. Why, Jim? Why did they quit doing gym? Well, think about it. Girls and boys dressing down in separate locker rooms or in the same locker rooms. Gym teachers are sexually assaulting students left and right in this country. All teachers not all teachers, but in every grade level, there's a teacher that's fucking sexually assaulting children. And like you can't.
And
I don't want my daughter. I don't want my daughter dressing down in high school.
They got rid of art too.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't agree with that either. But I mean, there's reasons for this shit.
And music. There was no music class either.
There was a case here in Utah where the parents have a 15-year-old female was having sex with her, and they thought it was better than her going out and having sex elsewhere. It was in Provo. Wow. I don't think that children should be using the internet in school, let alone using a computer in school. Just my opinion. I agree, Candy Rapper. I agree. Yep. And like I've been saying from the very beginning of me doing all this, of me starting this channel shit, like this sexual abuse towards children is becoming a normalized behavior. Before we know it, we will be allowed to trade off our sons and daughters for goats and chickens and cows. Period. To 60, 70-year-old men, to whoever has got what we want to trade our kids for. That's what this is coming to, people. It's not a joke. I'm not saying it to be a smartass. I honestly mean it. Every 40 seconds in the U.S., a kid gets abducted. Gone. Think about it, people. Every 40 fucking seconds, a kid gets abducted. Straight gone. 57, almost 57,000 children a year go missing from our foster care systems and are never seen again, ages newborn to 17 years old. Almost 57,000 children a year from foster care alone are missing and never seen again. That's a problem, people. I'm sorry to hear that, Candy Wrapper. That's a sad childhood. Yep, it is. Secrets and surprises. Now, this is one of my favorite ones to talk about because there is no such thing as a good secret. None.
You got that right.
If somebody wants you to keep a secret, it's because they don't want somebody else to find out what's going on. Period.
Obviously must not be a good thing.
Which means it obviously must not be a good thing, or why wouldn't you want everybody to know the secret? Hence, there should be no secrets. My abuser got his through karma. He just lost his leg, then had to amputate it. They had to amputate it, and I do not have any feeling towards it whatsoever. I don't even care that he's going through it. There you go, Candy Wrapper. There you go. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. Empowerment through knowledge. This is the most important one. Educate them about their rights and the importance of reporting any abuse. Educate them about what the abuse is and why it's wrong and why it should not be allowed and never okay. Model respectful behavior. Show respect for their choices and personal space to set an example. And we gave our kids personal space as well. Like we let them have their phones, but when they know that at any time their mom or dad wants their phone, they better hand it over to us now. And they have. We had one incident one time and it was cleared up really quick. I wouldn't either, says Mr. John. Use educational videos. Now, I'm not sure how many educational videos are out there about this kind of topic, but if there are, I guess you could use them. Watch and discuss educational videos together that are designed to teach children about abuse prevention. Maybe we could get one, put one together. How about that? Practice saying no. Encourage them to practice saying no in a safe environment. 22. Discuss trust and intuition. Teach them to trust their instincts. If something doesn't feel right, then don't act upon it. You have to teach. It's fucked up that we live in a society that we can't just let our kids grow up naturally. We have to inject ourselves and all this fucked up shit into their lives already to try to keep them safe. And the chances of us succeeding at keeping our children safe, the percentage goes down every single year. Like by 2032, I think is what it said. Between 2030 and 2032, they estimate that 88% of the United States' population, the entire population, 88% of the entire population will have experienced some form of sexual abuse at one point in time in their life. 88 fucking percent of almost 400 million people. What the fuck is going on here, guys? What is happening here? I'll tell you. They're normalizing sexual deviancy and sexual crimes because that's what they want. Period. There's
I
already
got a
some
hard,
states.
I got a
There's
hard
already,
question to ask you.
okay, go ahead.
It's a hard one, but it's just a question.
Okay.
Why are we allowing
No.
for people from different countries to not only be citizens here, but having to be allowed to have multiple wives and to marry children because that's what they do in their country? How are we allowing that here when we have laws that protect against these things?
Wait a minute. We have laws. We have laws that protect American citizens and American people from these things. But when people come from other countries and bring their culture with them, we it's their right.
It's
It's their
not their
right.
right if it's my child.
Well, but that's not how they see it, Casey.
Hmm.
I'm not saying I agree with it. I think it's fucking sick and wrong and it shouldn't happen. But we can't offend anybody. We can't offend anybody, Casey. Because that makes us wrong. No matter what they do, they could rape your child, but you better not offend that person.
You're right. They are normalizing it because think about everything that we're talking about
100%.
in
100%.
context. It literally means that they're trying to normalize it.
Absolutely. I've been saying it for years.
Hmm.
County Rapper says, and then you also have Child Protective Services illegally stealing her children and putting them up for adoption. Child Protective Services here in my own hometown, they legitimately tried stealing my nieces and my nephew from my sister and her husband. 100%. Oops. And then you have Child Protective Services illegally stealing our children and putting them up for adoption. Yep. That's really crazy. These cultures of maniacs. Yep.
Yeah.
Deviancies.
Agree, Seagull.
I'm sure the percentage goes down every single day.
Every second. We got open borders, y'all. It's getting worse every day.
It's horrid. It's horrid. 23. Reinforce the message. Regularly remind them that abuse is never their fault and they won't be in trouble for telling. Period. It's absolutely important and imperative that you tell your children that if something does happen, they cannot be afraid to tell you. They won't be in trouble for what happens, regardless of what the parasite says to your child. Like mine told me all kinds of crazy shit. All kinds of crazy shit to get me not to tell my parents. And it worked. Why? Because my parents weren't aware of this kind of shit and they didn't know how to teach me about the awareness of this shit. I don't blame my parents. I never will blame my parents. I've never held any kind of grudge against my parents for me being sexually abused. It's just it wasn't it was just they just didn't know, they just didn't have the knowledge about it. Regardless, you have to make it imperative to your kids. They have to know that what you say they can believe and trust in. The first time you tell your kids that if they come to you about anything, they won't be in trouble. Just talk, as long as they talk to you about it, and you scream or yell at them, or you ground them, or you punish them, they will never trust you again about this kind of shit. Like my daughter, my daughter back like a year and a half ago, her and two of her friends decided they wanted to sneak out of the house at 3 o'clock in the morning and walk down to the convenience store and get a soda. Well, they ended up getting spotted by the cops, and they ran from the cops, and I had to go fucking rescue them from underneath a car in a motel parking lot because they didn't want to get caught by the cops. But they still told my wife and I, and you know what punishment they got? None, because they told us if you want your children to have that trust that they can come to you about anything, it means just that. You have to fucking hold true to your words because kids won't forget that shit. And the first time you break that trust with them and put them in trouble or give them a punishment for what they brought to you and brought to your attention, they'll never bring anything to you again, and you're going to ruin all kinds of shit for them. Just saying. Stay informed. 24. Stay informed. Keep up to date with the latest resources and information to provide accurate guidance. 25. Support network. Support network. Like what we have right here on G2K on Get to Know. Build a support network with other parents to share strategies and experiences. It's important for parents to approach these conversations with care, ensuring they are non threatening and supportive. Creating a safe space for dialogue is the key to empowering children to protect themselves and communicate openly. Remember, the goal is to educate, not to instill fear. Very, very important. And those are 25 ways to help keep your children informed and protected and aware about what is going on with sexual abuse and how to protect themselves from it. And there's no way that we're ever going to be able to 100% fully protect our children. We have to allow them to go out into the world at some point in time and and trust that we have given them every tool that we could possibly have given them to help keep themselves safe, and that they imply those to their life. That's all we can do. I was threatened with guns and knives myself. Guns and knives. Candy Rapper says my grandchild was stolen by Washington D.C. Child Protective Services and put up for adoption.
Damn.
Yep. I was threatened with baseball bats and knives, Candy Rapper said, by her own brother, I believe. So see, Candy Rapper's a perfect example of like what I was talking about earlier. Like if you're a parent, you have to look like you can't trust nobody. Candy Rapper was abused by her brother, her biological brother, for 10 years. People that are going to sexually abuse your child come in all shapes, sizes, colors, religions, professions. You never fucking know. I guess what it comes down to is if you if you cannot fully believe that you can trust your child's life with somebody, you don't let your child around that person by themselves. Period. Period. I was 13 when it came out, but my mom and I didn't talk look about it until I was 19, and I still didn't trust her. See, Candy Rapper herself right there. So it came out to her mom when she was 13, and for whatever reason, her mom kind of swept it under the rug until she was 19. I'm not gonna say I see why her mom did it, but I can see where it where that could amount to some fucked up feelings for her mom, because a mom has her biological daughter, come to her and tell her that her biological brother, who's the mom's biological son, is molesting her. That's got
Damn.
to be a fucking blow to the everything right there. You know what I mean? But I know that if my daughter came to me and said my son was molesting her and raping her, I would believe her, and I put an end to it. Candy Rapper says, "Oops, I was 13 when it came out, and my mom didn't talk to me about it until I was 19, and I still don't trust her. To this day, Candy Rapper still don't trust her because of that situation and that scenario right there." You have to be honest with your kids. Like people are like, well, everybody lies to their kids. Well, yeah, you're right, we do. Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, Leprechaun, shit like that, and like we're guilty of it. But the moment my son and my daughter came up to me and asked my wife and I if Santa Claus was real, we told them the truth. My son was only 6, my daughter was only 4 when they came up and asked us. But we told them the truth. Why? Because we don't lie to our children.
And there's so much abuse on so many levels: sexual, mental,
Physical,
physical.
emotional, spiritual.
Oh,
Like,
Jesus. It's
it's
bad.
fucking disgusting.
Perpetrators.
Yep. But the common image that people have and the idea of what a pedophile looks like to most people, some of them do, but most of them don't. Most of them wearing suits and ties and badges and guns and chalkboards and fucking and a Bible and that's who's doing it. I'm glad I've got one in college now and the other one coming up there shortly. We still got a few years to go with that, but I'll be glad when they're adults to an extent.
It gets scarier.
It is. Like I have to be okay with letting my kids go out into the world on their own legitimately, and that scares the shit out of me.
Like, we got a phone call from my son. My daughter's stationed in Germany, right?
Yep.
They're under lockdown in their base. They found a Russian spy there.
Oh wow.
So they're not even allowed to even wear their uniforms outside the base because they don't want them targeted. So they're under lockdown right now.
Yeah.
And no one can talk to her. Yeah, it gets worse when they get out of the house. It does.
Yep. Exactly, Candy Rapper, and that's like I mean, it was probably not okay for me to assume that that's how you know what I mean. But that's what I just got done saying. She said my mom didn't want to
That's
believe
so sad, Candy Wrapper.
that her son would do something like that to her
God.
daughter. She just didn't want to accept it. And I can only imagine how fucking hard it would be to try
Is
to
she still
accept that
alive
fact.
today? Is
Well,
her mom still alive
look,
today?
she said, I still don't trust her.
To
You
this
know,
day. Yeah, that's right. Oh my
I still
God.
don't trust her. Oops, I was 13 when it came out, and my mom didn't talk to me about it until I was 19, and I still don't trust her.
Those are done.
Washed and dried?
Have to know.
Okay.
And got some oil and cook for them.
Okay.
You guys, Bone. You give me it now. Give me it. You already ate yours.
I mean,
Now.
I mean, no,
Let's go.
let's,
Tara,
What happened?
oh, the big dog got the little dog's rawhide bone,
Ugh.
and he just doesn't want to let it go. You know, just
Damn
whatever.
kid.
Just give Noya a pepperoni, babe.
let me take this down or what?
Huh?
Let me take this deadly or what?
Yeah, you want me to start making salad?
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't. I do not. I do not. I'm not jealous of any of that situation whatsoever. I actually feel bad for your mom that your brother put her in that kind of situation. I could only imagine how hard it must have been to find out that kind of devastating news and then to find out the devastating news of who it was that did it. It's fucked up. But I still would have acted on it, and regardless of whatever, I would have been that parent to put my kid in jail.
Definitely.
Nope.
It don't matter who you. It doesn't matter who it is. If you sexually abuse somebody, you need to go to jail. And if it was, I don't know how old your brother was when he started, but if he was younger, maybe it would have been the thing that it needed to help him stop and turn his life around. Do you know if your brother ever stopped, or do you think he's still, or do you think he's still doing it?
You're eating pie. Cherry or apple? The cherry. This guy has 8 thick.
You're right, Candy Wrapper. They look like everyday people. It's hard to let go. I'll admit it, but you know what I mean. I had to let go a long time ago. You figure my boys are 30, almost 34, and my youngest just turned 28. Yep, yep.
God bless.
It's fucked up.
This is the worst division I have ever seen.
Yep, yep. Government's plan is definitely working. That's for damn.
Divide and conquer.
There's a reason why I say united we stand, divided we fall.
Yep.
Because it's the truth, people.
I would really honestly love to know what in the hell is going on.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I know that there's a goal. I know there's an end game.
Well, there is one world domination.
That allows pedophilia. It's gross.
Well, what a better way to create a society of damaged, scarred, and fucked up people than to allow that kind of shit to happen.
Damn, a child is hardly understanding their bodies. And then they go and fucking violate it before they can even understand their bodies. It's just, God, it's just so damaging.
Idaho today just passed or just put a law just came into effect in Idaho that Idaho will no longer allow anybody to use any kind of like Medicaid, Medicare, or government insurance to change their gender whatsoever.
Jesus, God. I'll
And
never forget my daughter saying that when she graduated the military, for the army,
mhm.
she said that there were freaking weirdos that were like enlisted with her. She said they're weird, Mom. They're real weirdos. You know what that means? And they pay for all these operations. If they want to be a boy, if they want to be a girl or whatever. I mean, they pay for that shit. The military does, y'all. The dogs must be going off again. I'm waiting for John Lacombe. He says, in my opinion, what's going on? And then he didn't finish his sentence. I want to know what your opinion is and what you think is going on, John. They'll never normalize it. I don't give a shit. They'll never normalize this freak circus show that they want to normalize. I mean, my God, we got a president that openly sniffs children, even on a camera, you all. Sniffs kids. That's gross. Ugh. Gropes kids, too, on a camera. Our own president, y'all. We know. Creepy Joe. Ugh. Disgusting.
Candy Rapper says he's 3 years older than me and can't answer my question. I don't know. I don't know, even talk to the man. I don't go around him, barely speak to my mother. I don't blame you. John says it's very biblical. The end is near. Yes, indeed.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes, indeed it is. But you know what? I honestly, if things don't dramatically change and dramatically change soon, the normalization of pedophilia will be in full swing in the United States.
Over my dead body.
Well, that's what I say too. But you know,
Yeah, over my dead body.
when the country founded
Wait
on
till it
God's
gets around me,
principles from
G2K.
that,
You'll be reading articles about me.
yeah, well,
I ain't gonna stand for this shit. I'll tell
yeah,
that mother. I'll tell him right straight up, you are a gross man. I will humiliate him. I kid
yep,
you not. You let me see one of them.
yep. I know. I'll die screaming for what I believe in. Candy Rapper says Child Protective Services and most of our government and state offices, when it comes to us and our children, the only thing they're really good at is dividing, not good at keeping families together.
Exactly.
You know why it's like that? You know why it's like that? Because they only get paid if they separate families. They
That's
don't get
right.
paid. They don't get paid for putting families back together. They get paid for separating families.
I'll never forget going into court and them having to decide on custody. Okay, that was just freaking ridiculous, you all. I mean, just ridiculous. It was obvious that I should have been the one to get those children because of the domestic violence alone. Okay. But like going into that court and hearing how I looked at my lawyer and I'm like, I have to actually trust people who don't know me from Adam, who do know him because of his record. But we're sitting here having a debate on who's going to get these kids when it's even on his record before, but was a sponge, but it's still for the same thing. But you know what they told me? Well, they hear so many of these cases every day and yada, yada,
Yep.
yada. Yeah, it's
Blah
just
blah
like,
blah.
exactly. And I'm like, what do you mean? Oh, well, they'll know what to look for. They'll know what to listen for. And I'm like,
But
no,
I
no,
thought, but I thought
no,
every
no.
case,
I've
but I
got,
thought every case was unique.
oh, God, it was bad. It's really bad. And then I actually was so frustrated that I asked a telephone operator because I was having cable problems during a lightning storm. And did you know she was going through the same shit? Like they were giving her shit about having custody of her kids, and she was suffering through the same thing I was through domestic violence. I just don't understand it. It's like it's a no-brainer. You give the one that doesn't have the record the children until the other guy can stop hitting people for a while, you know? No-brainer, people. But did it work out that way? No, it didn't. The only one that got hurt was my kids.
Yep.
My son's over it and he's healthier for it. He does know that his dad's sick. And I told him, you gotta love him anyway, because he's your dad. And, you know, they're working on it, but God bless people. No one is going to help our kids in this system. We got to get our kids out of the system. Like Get to Know said, get rid of these damn devices, man. I digress. Whew.
Yep. It's fucked up. The way society has become, and the things that we have allowed our government to, just the laws that have been passed without us voting on them. Like people have forgot how even how passing making a new law become a law works. Like we, the citizens of this country, are supposed to vote on things that we want to become law. And like I know all the laws that were passed this year in Idaho, I didn't vote for any of them. Even though I agree with some of them, I still didn't vote for any of them. What's up, Mr. John?
Hey, how are you?
Doing all
Hello,
right today.
John. Good to hear you.
Hey, good to see you too, Casey.
Thank you.
Well, it's a good subject you hit on tonight.
You know, you're on point. You're the
Well,
one person that said something that I never thought anybody would say. It's true. We are in the end times.
oh, absolutely. I mean, I heard it for a long time growing up. I was brought up in a very religious family. I mean, like super religious, and I don't regret that. I mean, as I got older, I could make my own judgments as to, stuff that was spiritual and spiritually involved compared to stuff that was meant to scare you to stay close to God, which didn't hurt me because I've always been close to God. And that's one thing this country's lost control of, and they can't seem to bring themselves back from it. I mean, everybody wants Trump. I want Trump. I definitely want Trump. I mean, when I'm paying $1,700 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment, I got a truck in the garage for $1,400. I can't get that out. I mean, my wife and I just bought 3 bags of groceries. It was $98. Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely want Trump back.
But see, the whole thing about it is though, Mr. John, is the thing that people aren't getting is they're looking at Donald Trump. They're looking at Donald Trump to fix our country. And I'm sorry, he doesn't got what it takes.
No.
It's going to take more than Donald Trump to fix his country. What's going to take to fix this country is the American people to stand up and make this country better.
You all, I
It is.
cannot vote for somebody who is the same thing as Biden.
Well, I won't vote
I
for
know
Biden.
how he met Melania. It all goes back to the Kit Kat Club and how his ties are with Lynn Rothschild. I can't vote for people that look, think about why he always did these beauty contests. Remember back in the day when Trump was always connected with these beauty pageants?
Well, it's because he owned Miss USA.
He paid hush money to Stormy Daniels. She's a prostitute.
Hey, look, hang on now. Now, look. Here's my opinion about that, okay? Donald Trump did something that 99% of every other human being would do
Yes.
in that situation to try to keep somebody to keep their mouth shut about having an affair on their wife or their spouse.
Right.
The only
I
thing
was
that
gonna
really
get to
fucked
that.
him over on the only thing that really fucked him over on that is he was president when it happened.
Yeah.
But I really don't care who he's sleeping with, who he's had sex with in the past, whether he was married or not. It doesn't affect him as a president.
What about all the times that he was with Epstein? What about all the times that he was on the island?
No.
What about
He walked away from Epstein, and that's even recorded in Washington, where he said that he's going to be a failure, and he wasn't. Just for
Okay.
the simple fact that all of Washington backed him after Trump said no. You see, he'll never amount to anything. He's going to be a failure in my eyes. Donald Trump's a better guy than what people think. This country could not handle another 4 years of Joe Biden.
Oh, I know. There's no way.
Positively no way this country could. I mean, if my father was alive today, he fought for this country in World War II. I mean, he's got to be rolling in his grave. And whoever Donald Trump wants to sleep with is fine. I don't give a shit as long as it's not a kid like Joe Biden does. That's where this place is derailed. Is the left is just thinking all about the left and what's
But
going to
are you
benefit
guys going to
them.
be okay with when he comes in that he mandates you to have something you don't want to have? Because that's what's coming next.
Who, Trump?
Yes.
I can tell you, he's not going to mandate anything in 4 years. This country's so fucked up. It's going to take a lot more than 4 years to turn around. A lot more than 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
I
It's
think
gonna
he's
take a
going to
lot
make
more than one
everybody
guy.
get that. I think that the jab, he's going to force us to do it.
No,
You know what,
I
Pixie?
don't
You know
think he's
what,
going to
Pixie?
force us to do anything. I think that's, well, I mean, I can call it what I feel it is. That's Trump derangement syndrome, and everybody feels that way. It's like, oh, he's going to make slaves again and make us do this again. No, he didn't the first time around. You know why? You know why people like Trump? Because he's not a politician. That's why people like him. He's a businessman.
I saw him endorse Gavi in the Rose Garden. That's a Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Gavi, I got the commercial in my playlist. I hope you guys are right. I hope he doesn't make us.
I don't have any doubt that Trump will be way better off for this country.
Oh,
than
I
Joe
know
Biden.
that it's
Yes.
way better off, yeah, than
Casey,
Joe Biden.
And,
Casey,
But
and
I don't
I
want to
just
vote
don't.
somebody in that's going to tell me I got to take something I don't want to take.
I don't see him doing it. He didn't do it with the shot when it came out.
what's up,
Biden did that.
Cash?
We'll
Cash,
find out, won't we?
you know, you can say whatever you want around here. We don't care if you swear and shit, my brother. You know that shit, bro.
I hope
Cash,
I'm
what's going
wrong.
on?
I really hope I'm wrong.
Casey, remember the scenario I told you about yesterday or the day before?
Yeah.
Think about it.
Hey, Cash.
Think about it.
I know, brother.
Donald Trump might not even make it to office.
I know. It's going to take an act of God, you all, to straighten this mess out.
Well. Like I was telling you, Casey, the other day, like what I thought of and how mind-boggling that was. Like I legitimately see that playing out this year. I really do.
You think so?
Okay, I don't dream. I dream very, very seldom in my life. And I legitimately had a dream about those two on Inauguration Day being inaugurated and accepting the oath of President and Vice President of the United States.
Oh, my God. And what do you think is going to happen if that happens?
Oh, fuck. We're screwed.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to let it out of the bag.
You might
okay?
as well just let the cat out of the bag.
I'm going to. And I'm still going to take it to Maurice.
Okay, so I called it with the mandatory jabs with Trump. Go for it. You tell yours.
Okay, here's a scenario that nobody has seen or thought of, but it's completely possible, and the reality that it could happen scares the fucking shit out of me. So, we got 4 months until the election. That means there's 4 months for Biden to die, get removed out of office, or resign. If anything happens to Biden, that puts Kamala Harris in the position of president. And then that puts the Speaker of the House in position of vice president. But in that scenario, the Speaker of the House wouldn't necessarily automatically become the acting president, who would be Kamala Harris, his vice president. She can still pick her running mate. And here's where everything gets totally fucked.
Oh, yeah.
Michelle Obama.
Oh, shit. And that means how many more years additional for Obama?
At least 8. But she could also turn around and go from vice president 2 terms to running for president for another 2 terms. So it could be another full 16 years of an Obama in office as president.
Yeah. And remember what scarily Obama said that his dream was? To one day have an army of nothing but children. And guess what we've got? We've got an army of nothing but children. And what does it say in the Bible? It says that our children will cause us to be put to death. And how can that happen worldwide? War.
So that is, now tell me right now, honestly, Mr. John, what you think. If Biden resigns or dies or gets taken out of office and Kamala gets put in president and she picks a running mate, what a more powerful way to solidify a Democratic ticket than putting 2 black female people in the positions
Liberals. You can say what they are.
of president and vice president of our country.
I don't see it. I don't think it would be the absolute destruction of America.
Exactly.
It would be.
It would completely and totally be the destruction of America. I mean, like
Absolutely.
faster than anybody would ever imagine, because there's way too many men and women that bust their asses like us every day that are just sick of it.
Yeah.
Literally sick of it. Trust me. I live in Maine. It's a very conservative state in most areas,
Yeah,
and
you're
I
right,
can tell
Cash.
you right
War is
now,
happening right now.
people people are really, really, really done with all this crap.
Oh yeah,
I
we're
mean, all
done.
this little shit and all this horseshit of oh, it takes a village to raise a child. No, it takes a strong set of parents to raise a child.
That's right.
Yep.
It doesn't take a village to raise a
No, it
child.
don't.
That's that diversity horseshit. You know what
Yeah,
political
right. It
correctness
is.
is? You know
See,
what
and
political
I've
correctness
never
is?
agreed with that saying either myself, but it does take a village of knowledge to raise children.
No, I mean you can learn a village of knowledge just by
No
studying
village
God's
raised
word
me.
as
My
best you can.
grandparents did, and they
Oh,
did
no
all
village
right.
raised me, but how I was raised was taken from this part of these from this group that my parents learned and observed on their own. You know what I mean? So I mean, it takes it. There's I don't okay, maybe not a village. Village is maybe not the right word, but a plethora maybe of knowledge to to raise a child. I mean, we all learn as we go, being a parent,
Where do you
but
learn wisdom
still,
from?
huh?
Where do you learn wisdom from?
Mm.
God
From
even said it. He said, wisdom is the greatest thing you can ask for. Then humility.
yeah.
Humility is a tough one because it's hard to have today. I mean, we went to the grocery store today and I saw a guy dressed like a girl, and he just
Oh,
kept looking over at me. And I just shook my head. I don't have no problem saying what's on my mind if they approach me with it. I don't care.
me either.
They can call the cops. They can call the French fucking Foreign Legion for all I give a shit. I really don't care because I'm not going to stand by and say, yeah, it's okay. I understand. No, I don't understand. It's not okay.
Thank you,
You're not all
John.
right. It's not okay. You're way out in right field somewhere. You're not even close what should be standing for in this country. If somebody stormed us right now, if another country wanted to make a move on America right now, we'd be fucked. Literally, we'd be fucked. With what
Oh
they've
yeah.
done to the military, we wouldn't stand a chance. They come over here with a rotary phone and a calculator, and they could take the country over because the kids of today are stupid. I hate to say it, but they are.
No, I don't hate to say it. That's the fucking fact. Like for one, we got a bunch of people that may or may not go and enlist and sign up for the war draft like everybody's supposed to do when they turn 18. And even if they did, you got a bunch of people who don't know if they're male or female. They
Exactly.
got their fingernails painted, wearing mini skirts, trying to wear combat boots, doing their fucking hair, and they don't know how to load a fucking gun. They don't know how to fucking shoot a gun. They don't know how to write in cursive. We're fucked, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's the one thing to think about as far as how the end will be. What was God's covenant that He would never destroy the earth with water again?
I'm gonna
The
burn this
rainbow.
motherfucker down.
It was a
I'll be kidding.
rainbow,
Ooh, did you
and
see
they
my
tried to.
video? Did you see my video of the fucking vertical rainbow?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I
Yeah,
caught that. Yeah,
Fucking
that was
crazy, huh?
cool.
it
Yeah,
is
Crazy
that.
shit.
crazy.
I mean, but that was God's covenant to Noah that He would never destroy the earth with a flood again. Everybody said, "Well, there's floods everywhere." Yeah. Did it
But it's
flood at
not
your place?
destroying it. Yeah.
And it wiped out the whole earth, everything.
Yep.
I mean, and they've even tried to inherit that to say, "Oh, that's the rainbow of diversity." No, that's actually
That's
a
God's
covenant.
promise that he. That's God's promise. That's him continually letting us know about his promise that he made that he's keeping. He's never gonna
Right.
fucking. He's never gonna destroy the earth and the life
Exactly.
on earth again with a flood. He's gonna
Right.
burn this motherfucker to the ground.
That's it. And he said, I'll destroy with a fervent heat. Now, was just my father's and mine opinion, but I respected my father more than any man I've ever met in my life. He knew more about the Bible than most pastors I knew. And he said, what's the most fervent heat that you can get? And this was back in the mid 80s. We talked about this. It was a nuclear war. He said, it doesn't get any hotter than a nuclear warhead. And look what we're on the brink of between
Yep.
Russia and all that foolishness going on in those other countries. Come on, and then they're holding stuff back from Israel. I mean, I'm sorry. That's God's people. Whether if you agree with them, or if you hate them, or if you love them, or whatever,
It's
that's
all
still
good,
God's
bro.
people. God said nobody will defeat him in the Bible. On the last days, he said nobody will defeat him.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, so if all that scenario that you just talked about comes to play, that's exactly what I'm going to say is going to happen. That's exactly what I think would happen. But I'm not God.
Yeah.
Now, with me saying what I feel, I think Trump's meant to be in there. As much as it's going to sting some people, as much as it's going to burn their asses, I think he's meant to be in there. And I just do.
You think what?
I think Trump is actually meant to be in there 4 more years before it all falls to crap.
I
To
I
give people
I
that
have.
last chance. To give people that last chance to make it right. Hey, he's not an upstanding, perfect man. No one in office that's ever run for office is upstanding and perfect.
Yep.
Period.
Yep.
It's just not.
I don't know if you're behind or not either, Cash. We are talking about politics now, though. I mean, this is an awareness show. This started out as an awareness show, and like I hardly ever stay on one topic for the whole time I'm on a live stream. But I got my awareness Monday part in there. So
I trailed it off a little bit. Sorry about that, G2K.
oh no, it's all good. I mean, I allow it to happen. I mean, I was probably the main culprit of changing the subject. But I mean, I know
Well,
what my channel's about. But you guys also got to understand that I'm battling my own demons with my own sexual abuse and shit, and I have to create a balance between the negative shit, which is pedophilia, and positive shit. I have to because um 8 months ago, if you guys were here 8 months ago, you guys would know that I hit a major down slump and it was fucking with my own emotional well being, my own mental health. I was going back to counseling 3 days a week, and like I was surrounding myself by all the negativity of pedophilia and awareness and all that shit. So I have to do the awareness about it and stick to my guns on it. And I also have to do different shit as well. I have to.
well, I definitely understand that. You got to have different vents and different outlets.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't even want to imagine what you feel sometimes and what you've been through and the fight that you fight because my hat's off to you.
Well, I appreciate it.
Because that would be hard for anybody to do, whether
You
they're
know,
a
and
man of God or they're not.
you know, and let me be completely complacently clear about something. I didn't start doing this to get praises and recognition from people about doing a good job. I did this to make a difference, and I started doing this as a way for therapy for myself to help me overcome my personal challenges and struggles that I still have when it comes to being sexually abused. Because I
Oh,
still
I'm
do.
sure.
Because I still do, for sure.
I'm
You know
sure.
what? I've been doing a lot better anyway, Candy Rapper, and being caught up in my chat. So there you go.
Uh,
On you. On you.
well, I think it all came to politics because if we look at what's going on in the world, that's really what's fucking up kids a lot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And like I
Is
and like I
that
said, like
far
I
left
said
of
many
you?
times before, like what a better way to solidify division and unrest in a country than to allow children to continually be damaged for life with shit.
I mean, I'm sure you got to remember the commercials when I can't remember if it was just before COVID or just after COVID broke out. When you see these commercials on your phone of these families just completely divided for who they voted for. Well, I voted for Trump. Well, it was when Trump won the first time. And he's like, well, I voted for Biden. And I'll never talk to my son again. It's like, really? Because of who he voted for? that tells you the downfall and
Yep.
the falling apart and the derailment of this country when
Yep.
something like that goes on.
Yep. I mean, like Candy Rapper says right here, she says the reason the reason they're stupid is because they don't really have to do a whole lot when it comes to learning and stuff as far as their education goes. They use a computer. The internet does the work for them.
Oh, absolutely. I
In this
absolutely agree.
in this new integrated math shit that they got going on, like I would have got straight A's in math if I didn't have to come up with the correct answer. If all I had to do was be able to show how I got to my answer, I would have never failed the test. But
Right.
they don't care about the answer. You don't have to get the right answer anymore as long as you can show how you got to that answer. Even if it's wrong, why it's still okay. Money talks, yo, and bullshit walks, bro.
Right.
Hell yeah. Amen.
Yeah. I mean, I built houses for a long time. I've done a lot of stuff in my life. Built houses. I lobstered for 11 years. And I wouldn't want to take a new kid under my wing that
Oh no.
didn't have a parent that says, no, you don't need your phone for this. Figure it out.
Yeah.
I just don't get it, I guess. I'm old.
It's because parents don't want to have that interaction with their children. So if they can get a computer or somebody else to completely help them get through their shit, they're going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have to interact with my child and get my feelings all hurt and get all worked up and all pissed off and all this shit. I'll just let somebody else do it and they can deal with it. And here's your phone.
Well, right. It's like a permanent babysitter.
Yep. Excuse me for a minute. I got to go potty.
Yep.
And that's so sad because, like, I would give anything to have my kids back home because, believe it or not, I really do miss, like, all the stuff. Like, I miss all the cooking, preparing lunches, believe it or not. My kids are, like, 23 is 23. Look, I want my kids back home, especially in today's world, okay? Because I don't know who's in my country, John, and it scares the shit out of me.
Oh, I know. I think that's a mother's heart, though. I think that probably you're a really good mother, from what I can tell just by talking with you.
Thank you.
And
A
I
lot
think
of
that's a
people,
mother's heart.
if my family heard you say that, they would not know how to answer that. Like, John, what happened to me should never happen to any family in America. You know, I had a narcissist, and then he married one worse than him. And basically, he told my child, you know, we got to find a way to try to get rid of your mom. You know, I want her out of the picture. Things like that, you know, and they succeeded. And I missed out on my daughter's wedding. I missed out on her graduation from high school. I missed out on her going to her Army graduation. I mean, they left me out of all of it, John.
Well, my first wife was pretty much the same way.
And then my son, it blows his mind because, I mean, I even have text messages that I just told my son today. I'm like, bro, I don't understand it because seriously, like she told me in these messages, I know, mom, you're a good mom. I said, whatever it is, we haven't talked for all these years. I love to apologize. And she's like, mom, you're fine. You're a good mom. And so now it's back to not talking to me again, John. And it's like, there's this big secret about me. I already know what it all is. And it's not a big deal, you know?
Yeah.
It's really not, John. And people, what happens is a narcissist will try to control the way that people view you because they can no longer control you. So they
Oh,
ruined my reputation. Ruined it
yeah.
because I moved to a different state. And they lied to everybody and said that it was abandonment.
You're right, Cash. Most in politics don't give a fuck.
Nope.
They don't. Cash is right.
100%.
He's right on the money.
100%.
Well,
So I'm crazy for wanting my kids back home, aren't I?
no. Like I said, I believe that's a mother's heart.
And they would not have to pay for a God blessed thing. It's like, seriously, I own my own house. The only thing that they'd have to pay is taxes. You know?
Yeah, I
But
do.
guess what? They don't want that.
I do.
But guess what? They don't want that.
Well, then you have to look at it that it's their loss. You know, it was 20 years that I was separated from my daughter,
Yeah.
and I fought. I went to jail for it for 5 fucking times. I went to jail, and when it came down to it, she was old enough to decide, and she wanted to stay with her biological mother. But it's come around the past, I don't know, 10 years, and now I got a beautiful grandson, and I see her all the time. She comes over visits me. She's gonna help me set up my Cash App. She does stuff on my phone because I'm a phone
Oh
idiot.
my God, that's great, John. But you missed 20 years of her life.
20 years of her life I missed.
2 decades.
Yep.
So there
All
is hope
because
for
of
me,
what was
isn't
said
there?
about me, and I was no good, and I didn't want to pay child support. No, I didn't mind paying my child support. I just wasn't going to pay for the 5 other kids that she had by the douchebag that she was married to.
Damn.
That's exactly what
I
I told
wouldn't
the
mind
judge.
paying child support for my child either. Other somebody's children? No, I'm not down for that shit.
Right. So I paid. I went in with the judge. I fought with him. I went to jail a couple, 3 or 4 times. Fought with him again. And he said, "Well, you kind of make a good point because every time she come in, she'd come in pregnant."
Damn.
Well, he says, "You know what?" He says, "I'm going to agree with Mr. Lacombe." He said, "You pay for her." He said, "For the 6 months she's with you, you pay for her for the 6 months she's with you." He said, "And then when it comes time for medical expenses," I said, "I'll cover it all." I said, "My insurance will cover it." It was good enough. And that's how it was set up for a long time. And then it came about that somebody came up with that situation, and my first wife said, I'll sign adoption papers of release. She can live with you. I don't want her anymore because she got to be a handful." And then I went back and forth with that for 4 or 5 years, 5 or 6 years, and she got to be 14. She said, "I want to live over here." And I said, "Okay." I wasn't going to argue and I wasn't going to fight anymore. I was tired. I was wore out. Everybody said, "Well, that's your kid." Yep. And I have the most wonderful relationship with her and my grandson now.
I'm really glad for you.
That's awesome.
Quit.
My ex claimed that my truck was stolen. Well, needless to say, it wasn't stolen. And there's a DVD that the sheriffs have of his friends taking it out in the woods, trashing it. And what does he teach my daughter? We were in the driveway. This is years after this, okay? She's trying to get her driver's license. He told her to wreck my car, dudes, and she did it. Who the hell tells their kid to wreck their mother's car? Jesus Christ.
Rick?
With them in it? Who the hell does that?
A piece of
Somebody
shit?
was not right in the head.
Oh, dudes, and get this. He hit me while I was driving. Blindsided me, man. Was told, get one in for me. Get a lick in for me. These are people that should never, ever be allowed to raise animals, let alone babies, y'all.
I don't think most people who have babies should be allowed to raise babies. Most people.
I mean, that's some crazy stuff there, Seaglass.
I know it. Tell me about it. I think the only reason why I got moved to Michigan was because when I found out that his wife faked being me on medical records, used my social security, my ID, everything, took it to the sheriff's station, and they told me there was nothing they could do. My husband was there beside me when they said this to me. And I'm like, you all said that there's nothing you can do, that she faked my identity. What the fuck? You know? Yeah.
That's fraud on every level.
I don't understand. I just don't understand at all. It blows my mind away. It's lawlessness
Oh yeah.
everywhere.
Oh, I worked at a hotel for a year when. Oh, I don't know if I told this story. I might have told Aaron. I don't know. I had a
Yep,
lot
you told
happen
me
after
this,
I
Mom.
died. I had a whole lot happen after I died. I can only tell you the story outside because I don't want to hear it because she'd be like, "Oh, you've been talking about me." Wanda had a nervous breakdown.
God, you're funny.
My wife now had a nervous breakdown. and she asked me to leave my house in a fucking 5-inch rainstorm at the end of November. I was homeless for 3 days. I slept underneath the dock in Maine at the end of November with 5 inches of rain coming down on my head. And then after a year of being away from her, she started texting me again. And I said, yeah, I'll come back and I'll work it out. So see, everybody fucks up. It just depends on what your forgiveness level is towards that person. Because I just celebrated 32 years with it last night.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Maybe that's why my abusers didn't get in trouble, because I did forgive. I gave up on even trying to pursue anything
Well,
being
see,
done about it.
you caught on to exactly what I was saying.
Yeah, I did.
This is about your heart, not their heart. You can't change a
Wow, I
person's
know,
heart.
but God,
I know. Yeah. Oh, trust me, I know.
and yeah.
One minute you sign the paper to keep me alive, and the next minute you're asking me to leave my house for no fucking good reason.
And now they're the hugest people I pray for.
Yeah. And I was, geez, you went back to that? I have friends that say, I never fucking went back. Well, yes, I did. I felt like I had to. I just didn't feel like it was quite done. And I didn't mean for revenge or anything like that. I just didn't feel like
Right.
my love for her was ended.
Right.
She didn't have no control over that at that time. I know that was not my Wanda. I guarantee it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been tough at times, really tough. But I just keep plugging along and just keep trying, and she does too. It's tough on both ends. I told you I did some wrong. I told Aaron I did some wrong not too long ago. I'm far from perfect. But
Yep.
I always come back to my grounding and my foundation, and that's the good Lord. Now, that doesn't give me a pass to go out and be a jackass and do what I want to do. But it always keeps me in check. Society's missing that. They're missing that barometer of staying in check because this country's truly turned away from God. I mean, when you take all these things out of the court and out of schools, the Pledge of Allegiance, all that stuff, I knew it was bad. I knew it was bad years ago. And see, I grew up here, and the world's going to end in the 80s, or the world's going to end in the 70s, the world's going to end in the 90s. He's coming back. And that's very true. And I learned what that truly meant when my mother used to say it. My mother was a good woman. My mother and father were both very good people. Very, very lucky. Had a great childhood. And I'm the last of 8. But I understood what that meant when I died. I had a whole month to put my life together. Well, I think I was putting it together. And all I had to do was ask God to forgive me for all the foolish crap that I'd done in my life. And I did. But I didn't expect to die. It was pretty routine, even though I had a ton of surgery done. I got a cow valve for an aorta, got a cow valve for a mitral valve, and I got a bundle block bypass. And when I died, I know exactly where I was. Nobody will ever change my mind. I didn't want to come back. I did not want to come back here. If Jesus came down this time, I'm going to take you home. I'm like, let's go. That's my home. This is just a temporary passing. That's all that this is. I can tell you it is. Because that's one thing that nobody would ever take away from me where I stood. I know exactly where I was.
I know exactly what you mean.
What's that?
I know exactly what you mean.
The Bible says heaven is a peace that passeth all understanding. And it did. Because I was at peace like I had never been at peace. There's no drug, there's no bottle of liquor, there's nothing. I've done all that shit. There's nothing that could ever compare to that kind of peace. Nothing. There's nothing on this earthly plane. Nothing.
Well, Cash, I hope everything goes good, man. He says, I have to have some of my colon removed. My news, LOL. Sorry, John.
I just saw that. Holy crap, man. Oh, it's all good, Cash. Don't be sorry, brother.
We can only carry on learning and try be better humans. Yep.
He's right on the money.
Cash is a smart dude.
Oh yeah, I love Cash. Cash and I raised hell the first night I come in your chat.
And that's
I was
just all
just in the chat. Huh?
Has anyone ever had to have some of their part of their colon removed?
Oh yeah, I got a brother-in-law who's got a
I have an
colostomy
uncle.
bag.
Is he
I
going to
have an
be
uncle.
okay?
Well, it's not a small operation.
We got your 6, Cash. You will heal in the name of Christ very speedily. We're big prayers, Cash. We
Absolutely.
say we're praying for you, we mean it. Woo!
My father used to have a saying.
Oh. Man, you guys got me crying. Thanks.
Definitely keep you in
Balls.
my prayers, my friend. For sure.
Ooh. Ooh, I just have
Cash
to
ain't
learn
going nowhere.
patience.
Cash ain't going nowhere. My father used to.
Oh.
Not anytime soon, anyway.
I said, God ain't ready for you, and the devil don't want you.
Okay,
Yeah.
initial appointment with colorectal surgery team on the 19th. A colorectal.
Colorectal.
Colorectal surgery.
Colon, doctor.
Colorectal.
Yeah. Do you have cancer, Cash? Because I had it just a little while ago, and they took it out of me. Waiting for an answer. I can't see the chat.
I was wondering the same thing, but I wasn't going to ask him.
Well, I'll ask you.
Yeah.
They almost killed me in the process of fucking doing it again. But they took it out of me. Nothing routine in my life.
No, nothing is ever easy, is it?
Nothing routine for me. My wife said that. She's like, "Geez, John." She said, "You almost bled out again." I said, "I know." That was scary. That was scarier than my heart. Because I got all the way back up to Northport, and the hospital was like an hour away.
I can't believe you live all the way in Maine.
I do. I do. I live in the town I grew up in now. We just moved here. 2-day move. I'm pretty tired still. And I gotta go to work tomorrow because I gotta come up with nothing.
Do you live near the water?
What's that?
Do you live near the water?
Am I near the water?
Yeah.
I live about 2 blocks from the ocean.
Wow.
Okay, Candy Rubber. John, you need to send me a bottle of water, some sand, and some rocks from the beach.
I would do that for you, absolutely.
I
Yeah.
collect oceans in jars.
Do you really?
Yeah, I got a
That
bunch
is
of them.
cool.
All right, I'm going to
That is-
attempt this. No, think not cancer, just bad diversolitis. So tickling
Diverticulitis.
time bomb as only 43.
Jeez, man.
No, not
English.
cancer.
I'll
Just
definitely be praying for your cash.
verticalities. So ticking time bomb at only 43. Wow.
That's a rough one. That can cause a
Was in
colostomy
the
bag.
hospital in January when perforation and had manic episodes. Yeah, 2024 is not good. But we'll be fine. That's the spirit, my friend. That's
Yeah,
the
you
spirit, my
will.
brother. That is the spirit, my brother.
Yeah, you will. You got people on the other end of. You got the people all over the world praying for you.
Absolutely.
Good prayers, too. We believe it will happen because he says it will. He's the almighty healer.
He absolutely is.
You pray with all your heart and things happen because you know he can only do it. Come here.
It's one thing he always said in the scripture that's always stood out to me in prayer. It'll be done, but it'll be done.
Okay, I didn't hear you. What did you say?
There's something they said in the Bible. He said, "You ask in my name," and he said, "Consider it done."
Yeah,
He said,
exactly.
he didn't say, "Well, I'll think about it. Might not be the way you want it to be done.
It'll
It
still be
might
done.
not be as fast as you. It'll be done. Right. It'll be done on his time and the way that he sees fit for it to be done." Because sometimes bad situations, as horrible as this may sound, and I'm only talking this from life experience, makes us closer to him, and that's what he wants us all the time. It's not always
Yeah.
easy going through bad situations, and sometimes it's usually pretty fucking miserable going through bad situations.
He
All
doesn't
three of
want
us
us,
can
he
attest.
doesn't want us to only be there when we need him to be there for us. He wants us to be there with him all the time.
Mhm.
Right. Through the mountaintop experiences and through the valleys. They're both the same if you're walking with him.
Yes.
They're both the same. One might be a little bit darker and it might be a little bit hard climbing that mountain to get to that mountaintop experience. But once you get there, you're like, "Gee, look what I learned all along the way."
Yep.
Somebody's cutting up vegetables.
No, sir, you're wrong. I'm cutting up lunch meat.
Oh, okay.
No.
I just got done cutting up the vegetables. We're having chef salads tonight for dinner.
I'm eating Reese's Pieces.
I grilled out tonight for everybody. I made cheeseburgers and hot dogs.
Mmm.
Yeah.
Well, you say, but I live right behind the freaking Dairy Queen.
We don't even have a Dairy
Literal.
Queen in our town anymore.
I live right behind the one in Rockland that's been here since I was a kid. And man, I'm not. I hate raw onions. I can't eat them. Boy, I can eat the onion rings, and I can smell them from about 11 o'clock. You
I
with
can't
me?
even believe this.
So enough of all this depressing shit and this downer shit. Let's talk about something exciting. My birthday's in 2 days, guys.
I know, you
Yeah.
old man, you.
40
Like
fucking
what?
something. 40 something.
Still a damn baby.
You know
It's hard
what?
to believe I'm more than a decade older than you.
No, you're not.
I'll be 55.
Yeah, well, I'll be 40 something.
Okay. That's the weed.
I'll be 45.
Don't add the way I add people.
I'll be 45.
I'm 54.
Hey, we're perfect opposites, John.
I'm a stunning 54 though.
Hell yeah, you are.
What's that?
I said, hell yeah, you are. A stunning 54, you said, right?
What'd you say?
I don't know.
You said you're a stunning 54, right?
John, are you here?
Can you not hear me?
John?
Yeah. I'm right here.
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I don't have any Wi-Fi down here, so I'm running off everybody else's. So if I move too much,
That was
I don't get
weird.
much reception. Yeah. I
Well,
heard Aaron
welcome
say
back.
something. Well, thank you. What did you say to me a minute ago, Aaron?
You said you were a stunning 54, right?
Yeah.
I said, damn right you are.
Well, that's what my wife tells me anyways.
Well, she might be lying to you just a little bit on that one, bro.
Yeah, I think she is. I think she probably stretches the truth a little bit.
Because I think what she meant to say was absolutely stunning.
Oh, is that what it was? Yeah. I have my times, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, beautiful the other day. It was 83 degrees.
Dude, it got up to fucking 90 fucking 2 degrees here today, dude. Oh my god, dude.
Oh my God. Cash is only 44. Almost 44.
Yeah.
I'm young at heart.
And my wife's a year younger than that.
Mm. Age is just a number.
Yep. You know, when you said you were just, when you said that I was just a baby, I was like, you know, I might be a baby in your terminology, but the things that I've gone through and the shit that I've experienced in my life makes me a seasoned motherfucking vet with no baby tendencies.
Oh, for
True
sure.
that.
No, me.
I know how you mean. I can't say that. Rich says it better than me.
No, me.
Nah, I mean.
No, me.
Speaking of the devil, he just texted me.
I can say it so good because I was there was a big chunk of my teenage years that I was one of the vatos. I was one of the homies. Like the Mexican families around here kind of took me under their wing because I was an outcast in all directions. And like for the first time in my life, the homies were the ones that showed me what it was like to be loved and to have somebody there to have your back whenever, whatever, wrong, right, or indifferent. You know what I mean? So I walked like them. I talked like them. I fucking hung with them. I didn't look like them because I was mayonnaise white. But they never see me for a color. They see me
I
for my
grew up
heart.
with a family. I grew up with a family that you have to watch your back.
I did too. First 14 years of my life.
And they even raised my cousins to be just as bad as they are.
Well, you learn from you know, people become a product of their environment.
Mm.
Why is
There
that
you
not
go.
surprising? Like if you don't want your kids to be drug dealers and fucking assholes, don't let them hang around drug dealers and assholes. Don't let them see that drug dealing lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's simple. Kids learn by what they see.
Kids are usually a product of their environment.
Yep. Kids emulate the people that are around them. Kids inspire to be like those ones that are interjected into their lives. Therefore, thus becoming whatever they've been interjected to.
Kind interjections.
Like part of my life I was interjected with guns and drug deals and shit, and that's why I had a drug dealing career when I was way younger. And then there was a time, you know what I mean, like kids become what they see and learn. So
But
yeah.
look at the man that's made you today.
What's that?
Look at the man that's made you today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Taught you what? Learned a lot.
Cash, when are you gonna get up here and play your fucking guitar for us, man?
Right?
He plays guitar.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He plays it fucking pretty damn good.
Prove it.
That would be dope.
Prove it.
Okay, so Candy Rapper can't get on my ass. I'm catching up in the chat. But we'll be fine. Carry on, enjoy listening, old people. Carry on, enjoy listening, old people. Oh, you enjoy listening to old people? Well, guess what? You're going to become an old person yourself hanging around us there, Cash.
What are you going to do for your birthday?
Go to work.
Are you going to celebrate it?
I got a live scheduled for some
I bet
point.
you they're having a surprise party for you.
They're not. What's up, Martin Rowe? I'm glad to see you here. I thought you were going to be a one-hit wonder, my homie. Martin Rowe's like, "What up, gangsters?" Martin Rowe. He was on my live stream the other night.
Yep, there's Martin. Hey, Martin.
Nope,
What up, gangsta?
I've never had a surprise party. I've never wanted a surprise party. That's a lie. I've always wanted a surprise party, but it's okay. I don't need to have one to feel fulfilled. That's a lie. I gotta have a surprise party before I die, or I'm gonna die miserable.
I'm telling you, they're the best.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. We are going to have a big shindig for my son after the 1st of August because his birthday is the 25th, and he's turning 18. So I'm going to tell my neighbors, the upstairs neighbors and the other two neighbors, that they're going to have to move their cars out of the parking lot because we're going to take up the whole parking lot. We're going to have an outside casino game night with foreign party. Poker. Yep. And he's 18, so he gets to see his first strippers.
Oh, good Lord.
That's what I got him convinced on getting him strippers, and he's so scared.
He won't.
He's so scared.
He won't follow.
He really is.
Nope.
He's like, Dad, I'm telling you, you better not fucking do it. I'm like, too late, buddy. I already paid for him.
Hey, Monroe. How you doing?
Martin Rowe. He's one of my newest subscribers to this channel. Really
He woke up too early.
Well, I guess you can go back to bed and catch me later.
What are you guys doing?
So,
Hey.
so guess who didn't get a strike for his karaoke?
You did not.
I didn't. Nope,
That's
I didn't.
good.
I didn't. But I did. They won't monetize it until after I put in my dispute. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? Like, all that shit was used under the Fair Use Act and under the guise of entertainment. There wasn't anybody else singing. It was me and my guests singing to these songs that are played on YouTube for this purpose. So how dare you not monetize my shit? I got to do 8 of them. I got to do 8 of them.
So you did not get any strikes?
No, I didn't get any strikes. They just won't monetize it.
They won't monetize it.
Because
Why?
of copyright claims.
It's not theirs to copyright.
Exactly.
Hey, you dodged a YouTube popo.
It's fair use.
Yeah, it is fair use, but see, they just want people to conform to what they say, and
They want you to beg.
Well, they don't want you to beg. They just think they just know that 99% of everybody that's going to get those are not going to file a dispute with them, so they don't have to worry about it. It's a control factor, and I'm telling you, every time I've entered a dispute on any kind of shit that I got, it's always been reversed in my favor. So, yes, Cash, you miss karaoke.
Yes, you miss karaoke.
A fucking damn good karaoke, if I might say so myself.
Yeah, you and Rich did really good.
Yeah.
They couldn't hear me sing.
You did too. We just couldn't hear you.
Per usual.
We know you did really good too. We just couldn't hear you. Get down. Get down.
Is that
Para?
Noya?
No, Para. Noya's loud on the bed because he's just little teeny, but Para, he's half as big as my fucking bed. Like, sorry, you got my fat ass on here with my wife sitting on here with the little dog, and it just don't work, man. You're just too damn big. Yep, I dodged the YouTube popo. I just didn't dodge the monetary popo.
That did it, damn it. You're going to have to get them all a hammock.
Stop it.
Yeah. We're actually, I mean, it sucks to say it, but like, we got Para because we rescued this dog from a fucking life of misery and shit. But we got him just to get him to the point to where he'd go to an actual forever family. So, because, like, for one, he's too big to be in this apartment all the time with us. And 2, like, I don't really want 2 dogs. Like, we took him out of a shitty situation, legitimately a shitty situation. Like, he had never been outside for the first 6 months of his life, and he was covered in his own fecal matter, and like he was legitimately afraid of going outside, and now that's all he wants to do is be outside. So, but we're gonna give him to a forever family, and of course we're gonna make sure that we fucking do a good job on who we place him with. You know what I mean? Because he's growing on my heart and shit. You know what I mean? But we took him in to save him and to get him to the next stage in his life, and he's at that stage. So, just saying, call me what you want. I didn't even want Noya, if you want to know the truth. Like, I'm still stuck on my dog I had when I was a teenager that I had for 21 years. So,
I think go lay down for a little bit longer, guys.
all right, Mr. John. Well, you wanna end yourself with a prayer for us tonight, Mr. John.
Sure, I can do that.
Make sure you throw cash up in there and some prayers for my buddy Ambition and his nephew. I'd really appreciate it.
I can do that.
All right, sir. The flow is
Lord, we
yours.
come to you tonight and we humble ourselves before you, and we know you as our creator and the one that really loves us. We pray that you be with Brother Cash and take care of his diverticulitis, dear God, and just let him be fine. Heal him and just let it feel like nothing's ever wrong. Be with Y2K and his friends, dear God, he just mentioned. Be with Seaglass, dear God, and keep healing her heart. Be with each and every one of us with every step that we take, and just always be there to guide us and always let us have the wisdom to call upon your name. And I pray and ask this in your name. Amen.
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 God bless you, John.
Amen.
Love you guys too.
You have a wonderful evening.
You guys too.
Make sure you give your lady a hug and
Oh, I absolutely will for you.
PK and sugar glider for sure.
Right back at you.
Aww.
For sure.
Much
Catch
love,
you guys
John.
in the next one.
All right, Mr. John. Mr. John is one of the most humble human beings I've met on YouTube and in my life in general.
You know who he reminds me of?
Huh.
He reminds me of Moe's John over there in Hawaii.
Yeah, huh?
Mm-hmm.
A bit,
Like they
yeah.
could be brothers.
What's up, Raider Rich?
Is he finally in the house?
Oh, he's been watching from the rest stop. He just had to play his cards right so he could come up after we started talking about him. I'm just kidding, Rich. I'm just kidding, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm just kidding.
Nah, I mean.
Nah, I mean.
It's hilarious
not.
when Rich says it.
It's not as in like you like strawberries? Nah, man. Nah. Mean. Nah, mean.
Nah.
Nah, nah, nah. Nah. Nah, mean.
Nah, I mean.
Ricky Ricardo. Almost makes you feel like singing.
I surely hope that Martin and Cass ducked when Rich came in. He came flying in the chat.
Let's see.
I am going to have to put these Reese Pieces away. I should put stock in these. Addicted to Reese's Pieces. Rich, get your tiny honey up here. You don't want to make me come down there and get you. Are you here, Aaron?
Maybe he does. I bet he does.
Oh, did you drop the link?
Casey,
Cool.
Oh, you sucker. So, guess what I'm going to do?
What are you doing back there?
I'm going to fucking sing a motherfucking song. Again, I have never done this song on karaoke before, but I'll give it a shot anyway. Just because.
Please tell me it's not like Wipeout.
No, it's not like I will never ever be able to pull off a badass song like Wipeout.
Oh gosh, okay, take it away.
That was good, huh? Wipeout
Get
was
gruff
good.
when he says Jara. I mean, I want to hear gruff.
All right, ready? Jeremiah was a bullfrog, was a good friend of mine. I never understood a single what he said, but I never knew it was mine. mighty fine wine, bringing joy to the world. All the boys and girls now, joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, joy you and me. If I were the king of the world, tell you what I do. I throw away the cars and the bars and the wars, make sweet love and joy to the world. All the boys and girls, joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. Woo! You know I love the ladies, love to have my fun. I'm the my fire and the rainbow rider, a straight to the front of the fun. Oh yeah, that is straight to the front of the fun. Joy to the world, all the boys and girls. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. Joy to the world. All the boys and girls. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. Joy to the world. All the boys and girls. Joy to the world. For that. Joy to you and me. Joy to the world. All the boys and girls now. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. Joy to the world. All the boys and girls. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. Joy to the world. All the boys and girls. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. I'm not doing it again. I'm just saying. I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing it again. The joy to the world part again. Thank you.
One more time.
Not one more time. Nope.
That was crazy fun.
Just out of nowhere, I'm gonna sing a song.
Yep. I might do another one too. I'm just saying. I'd do a song to make y'all cry.
Don't do that.
Pretty good, sir. Yourself? Hell yeah. I'm glad that everybody's here having a good time. We learned some shit on how to help keep kids safe, on how to talk to your children about certain subjects. Definitely a very important thing to know how to do. And I don't even know if they have this song in karaoke.
Oh man, there's tons of karaoke songs. I was singing some Journey this morning. Still singing that damn Lights.
Okay, they do got one. So there you go. Now, this probably happens to be one of my favorite songs by this artist. To be honest with you, this is
I could
probably
totally sing something a cappella for you and you wouldn't even be able to hear it.
you just gotta tone your voice down a little bit, I think.
I don't know if that's possible.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You gotta get a better microphone. I'll take care of that.
It's crazy.
So here we go. Okay. Like this is my favorite song by this artist for sure. This is Blank Sheet of Paper by Tim McGraw. Yeah.
I am just a blank sheet of
Hey, God, I can't play that one. Sorry.
No, you can't. You can't sing with him. No.
Right?
I just gotta find another one. I'm not gonna be able to find one. I didn't think they were gonna have a karaoke version of it.
Not even on Sing King.
I don't know what sinking is.
It's a karaoke generator.
Is it like an app, or do I kind of just type in King sinking on it?
Yeah, like karaoke, the name of the song, and then Sing King, all in one sentence.
Hey, shut up now. So
No, I just hit my toe.
Taylor Swift, blank space. Taylor Swift, Taylor Swift, Taylor Swift. Radiohead. Taylor Swift, Carrie Underwood,
Ooh, I love Carrie Underwood.
Chris Stapleton, Frank Sinatra, Ed Sheeran, Benny King. No blank sheet of paper, Tim McGraw. Huh? Damn.
I can hear you typing.
I know I got heavy fingers.
You remind me of Woodstock
I got heavy fingers.
or Snoopy when he's on his little typewriter.
I wonder if I can find an instrumental of it.
You might be able to do that. Danny's outside. Danny's outside. All right.
Damn it.
What I saw today that was kind of crappy.
What's that?
I never thought I would ever see like any kind of drama, especially in like rock hounding communities.
Yeah.
I would never invite someone to come to these Great Lakes without them walking away with the best of the finds that I could possibly find, right? Like even if it was a rare find for me and I found it the day I was with them, it's going on with them, right? I just couldn't believe when this rock hounder invited them to come out and she walked way ahead of these people and turned around and shined the camera and was like, oh, they're so slow. I shouldn't be walking probably ahead of them, but she was finding a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It was just really tacky, you know what I mean? They came all the way out there.
Bring that. Drop that.
I just would have spoiled them. That's just me though, And you could tell that it was tense because they barely talked,
Yeah.
I pray people find peace and that they're kinder to one another. Because if people don't stop it, it's going to make me nuts.
Yeah,
It's not that hard to be kind, man. It's really not. It's the easiest thing in the world to do.
but it's so hard for everybody to do.
Jesus Christ. I mean, seriously, people, it's so easy to just be so kind all the time. Even if somebody is shitty to you, be kinder. I know it don't make no sense, but I just don't understand it. Well, you know how they say Elvis left the building?
Yep.
Nope. It's, you know what's left the building? Kindness. I don't see it.
No, sir, because I'm still here.
It's killing me, you all.
Nope, they don't have one. They don't have a karaoke version of it.
I can't even believe it's going to be your birthday in 2 days.
I know.
Do you love birthdays?
I don't.
I love birthdays. I love cake, ice cream, the whole damn thing.
Like when I was a kid and shit, birthdays weren't very much fun because like my birthday is on the 3rd, and then the 4th of July the next day, so I got ungodly amounts of fireworks. But then they had to go and turn around and share them with everybody, so it didn't really make sense to me.
Your homie's out of control down there. Did you see what he wrote?
Trying to find a song. Oh,
Rich, you're a mess. I'll be back. Gotta go to the Lick Her store.
No, it's lick her sore, bro.
Gross. Grit. And whatever happened to the days like when you could make a doctor's appointment and you could be automatically seen?
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, ain't it?
Oh, and like my girlfriend is in the worst tooth pain ever. They can't even see her. They can't even see her until not this Thursday, but next Thursday, you all.
I'm 3 to 4 weeks out with my doctor. Yeah. Okay, I'll see if I can pull this one off. How about that?
Okay.
I don't even know this.
Rich, stop
I don't
it.
even know this song that well. But I like a challenge. Present. Arky's live. Right. Wait a minute. Where's that? Come on, dumbass. Get your shit together here. All right. I think I got it. I'm not even lying. I got a feeling I'm going to slaughter this one. Like, not in a good way either. But here we go.
Stop it.
Oh, dude, you got this song.
Spent $48 last night at a county fair. Rolled out my shoulder, but I wonder that teddy bear. It got me singing sugar pie, honey, darling, dear. I ain't seen a praise place in all year. Gonna kiss fire if I don't kiss the sweet. My long lost buddies say I'm getting sweet, but I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. I tried so hard, I can't rise above it. Don't know what it is about that little gal's love. I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. My mama and daddy tried to teach me courtesy, but it never sank in till that girl got a hold of me. Now I'm holding umbrellas and I'm opening up doors. I'm taking out the trash and I'm sweeping my floors. I'm crossing my fingers and counting every kiss, praying that it keeps going on like this. 'Cause I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. I try so hard, I can't rise above it. Don't know what it is about that little gal love me, but I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. Gotta wash my truck and dress up, pick up her coffee. I don't even know, and I didn't even know it was in here. I'm not lying. You can't get enough of me. And I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. I tried so hard, I can't rise above it. Don't know what it is about that little gal's love. I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. Come on, baby, you know what I like. Yeah, I like that. Fucking look at it. Yeah. Hopefully that's almost over. Hey, don't forget to turn out the lights. Stacy,
That
that's
was
just
excellent.
I'm
shit.
seriously dying right now. Oh my
Shit.
God.
So there was this one time we went out to sing karaoke, and we went to this pub. It's called Pub New Harmony,
Mhm.
and it's kind of a different kind of bar, I guess. I got in there, and there was some people in there who may or may not have been of the native heritage. So I thought, me and all my infinite wisdom, I thought it would be fun and cool to sing Cherokee Outlaw. Indian Outlaw. Indian Outlaw. I might actually just do it on here.
Oh my God.
But you know what? Every fucking one of them
You kill me.
stood up, walked out of the bar, and left. I'm like, what's the problem? You don't like me being an Indian Outlaw? I got Potawatomi in me. I can claim that shit.
Oh my God, you killed me.
I mean, Indian Outlaw.
I'm an Indian Outlaw.
Half Cherokee and
Choctaw, my baby. Oh, she's a one of a kind. All my friends call me Bear Claw. The village chieftain is my papa. Oh, he gets his orders from my mama. She makes him walk the line. Down. Yeah.
Oh my God.
He called it running water in my hand. Drug me around by my headband.
Stop.
and I cannot even believe how fast I'm getting my shit done.
It's because you like hanging out with me. That's why. I'll be back. Gotta go
Busy day, a busy
to
day.
the store.
Huh?
Rich, I was just posting Rich's comment. Just catching up in the chat since I'm always behind in it. Seems like.
You're always behind in it. No, you're not. You do pretty good at keeping up with the chat.
You know what? I don't.
Yes, you do. I'd tell you if you didn't.
I don't know how I pull it off. I really don't. Like when I'm doing
Nobody feels ignored where you, with your room.
like when I'm doing the tie dye and shit, dude. I suck at keeping up in the chat.
Well, yeah, because you're doing tie dye. Does it work?
Is Cash still here, or he heard me sing? He's like, I'm fucking out of here.
He's like, I'm fucking out of here.
He said,
He's like,
No,
Shaquille.
you did good. You did good.
He's like, no chips for G2K tonight. I just came here to put smiles on faces. That's what I came here to do.
Well, you did mine, that's for sure, especially with the news we got today.
Well, then I win. So there you go.
I just hope that everything calms down in Germany.
Well, you know, I don't mean to be like negative or anything like that, but I know one thing: it either will or it won't.
Yep.
What's important and what you got to focus on is what you're going to do in both scenarios.
And pray.
You know what I mean?
And pray.
Yeah.
Like, it's either going to be okay or it's not. And if it is, what are you going to do? And if it's not, what are you going to do? You know what I mean?
Plan A and plan B.
You got to have a plan A and plan B. Never more than 2 plans, because then it just gets confusing and you end up fucking yourself over.
Yeah.
Get confused.
That's my history with it anyway. Now I got that song in my head. Mama and Daddy try to teach me courtesy.
Yep, saying sugar pie, honey, darling, and dear.
Spending $48 at the county fair? Fuck, that's a cheap ass county fair.
Holding up the doors.
Fuck, she got me sweeping my
Taking out
floors and
the
shit.
trash.
Sweeping up, taking out trash and sweeping my floors. God damn. You must really got some good loving going on, if you know what I mean. I'm just saying. Like, she knows how to give it and he knows how to take it.
My hubby still opens the doors for me.
Hey, I do every chance I get with my wife.
He does too.
100%. 100%.
They're so fun.
Yeah.
So Rich is going to the liquor store.
No, it's liquor store.
Good Lord. That child, what are we going to do with that, Rich?
I don't want to know.
I'll figure it out.
I'm just saying.
I told him he's my mess. I'll figure it out. He knows what I mean. I mean. He knows what I mean. He's got to come to Casey boot camp.
Shit, you want to come to a real boot camp? Come to fucking
Here we go.
Come to Sugar Glider boot camp.
It's the what?
The Sugar Glider boot camp. She'll knock the dick off anybody.
Shit. Just think if we team up, woo, you all are in for some. You guys are in for some hurting. You guys will be laughing so much that you'll feel like you've had a full exercise on your abdomen from laughing so ridiculously much.
They won't even know it hit him.
You feel like you ran a marathon.
That's just like me. That's just like me whenever I get in a fight. They don't know what hit them.
We get to laughing so damn much.
Yeah.
Ed Hardy said he was going to try to make it by tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I really do hope that your scenario about the selection don't happen.
Ah, damn it! That was right in my only fucking ear that works, dude.
It sounded like he was talking in the microphone.
Fuck. He always gets me. He always gets me in my right ear too. The only ear that I can hear out of.
And it's out of nowhere, so it scares the shit out of you. You're not expecting it.
I'm not even gonna lie. I peed a little bit. Ooh, I haven't heard this one yet. So this is by. So let me get this all set up. Hang on. Because I got exclusive rights to play any of his music anytime I want to. So there you go. There is that. I'm just saying. This is my boy. This is my home dog right here, Ed Hardy. Ed Hardy. This is called Blood, Sweat, and Time. Let's see what he's got to say in this.
Crazy sounds in here.
DJ Logan Garrett. DJ Logan Garrett.
They say I blew up overnight. I tell them damn right. Think I ain't had to grind you out your rabbit ass mind. I put blood, sweat, and time into each and every line. I put blood, sweat, and time into each and every line. They say I blew up overnight. I tell them damn right. Think I ain't had to grind you out your rabbit ass mind. I put blood, and time into each and every line. I put blood, and time into each and every rhyme. I'm coming up from nothing. All I did was grind. I told them I was gonna make it. They looked at me like I'm lying. Rappers in my own city, then ain't no point in trying. But now I'm damn near signing with the highest label buying. Cool man to be so violent, so I had to homicide it. Take off like a pilot, sipping something violent. Take a bitch pussy and power drive it. Yeah, my dick got pussy mileage. My major's money, you undecided. My swag provided, go ahead and bite it. All I eat is pussy on a feline diet. Penetrate they privates, they go crazy like a riot. Smoking on that loud, you smoking on that quiet. Yo, check got a green bean, my nigga like the Jolly Green Giant. Say I blew up overnight, I tell them damn right. Think I ain't had to grind you out your rabbit ass mind. I put blood, sweat, and time in there each and every line. I put blood, sweat, and time in there each and every line. Say I blew up overnight, I tell them damn right. Think I ain't had to grind you out your rabbit ass mind. I put blood, time in there each and every line. I put blood, time in there each and every rhyme. Long days, long nights, up trying to get these songs right. Opportunities don't knock twice. I took a gamble, I rolled the dice. Ain't going back to my old life. Same shit, different day, same shitty job, same shitty pay. I found my niche and I made a way. Now bad bitches in Bombay. My swag unique, no cliches. I'm a rock chains, not a rock shades. Ain't tatted up, no rock J's. I portray being self-made. Rock white tees, 8103. Chuck Taylors and Levi jeans. If life's a bitch, she my main squeeze. You get teased, I get pleased. I blow trees while I murder beats. Put in so much work, now these lyrics come with ease. I had a dream that I can see, so I make fuck a plan B. All this time that I put in, I deserve to be a beast. They say I blew up overnight, I tell them damn right. Think I ain't had to grind you out your rabbit ass mind. I put blood, sweat, and time in there each and every line. I put blood, sweat, and time in there each and every line. They say I blew up overnight, I tell them damn right. Think I ain't had to grind you out your rabbit ass mind. I put blood, time in there each and every line. I put blood, time in there each and every rhyme. Yeah, shout out to Truth, by the way. 8103, Spray Ground, 615, Murfreesboro, Tennessee, stand up. Man, what I'm here to say is if you got a dream, go chase that shit. I'm out. Hardy boy. No loss.
Okay, that was all right.
Nice.
Not gonna lie, it's pretty good. It was all right. But how do we get him with some ammunition?
To win, let me catch my second win when I blow by.
You're now in the mix with Mr. Good News and He Rock Series.
I don't care about clever,
DJ
I
bout
don't care
shit,
about
nigga.
money. I want loads of clothes and fuck loads of diamonds. I heard people die while they're trying to find.
Oh shit, there he goes again. White boy sipping too much gin. Making shots from a lady within. No, the bitch, we trying to win. Let me catch my second win when I blow behind this tin. Steak and potatoes, lobster and shrimp. Damn like bitch, come catch you a glimpse. You know what it is, man. TLE, no losses. We've been doing this. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? Give a shit if you fucking like. Bet you wanna be fucking like. Yeah, bitch, I am fucking shiesty. Stab you in the back and put a knife out nicely. Do what you gotta do, you feel me? Shit, this is a game of life.
I don't care about funny.
Eat or be ate,
I want loads of
motherfucker.
clothes and fuck
Yeah.
loads of diamonds. I
And guess
heard
what?
people die while they're trying to
Yep, bitch, I'm selling now. Go ahead, you can tell them now. For the right price, I'll put the damn mic down. Never rap again, then shut my mouth. Step in the house, drink, liquor, smoke loud. If I go to hell, I'm bonding out. Digging up my body from underground. Jumping back in it, then walk around. Joining the Illuminati, so they ain't against me. If I'm going down, I'm taking everybody with me. Pull a John Q just to get a new kidney. Fuck showing pity, hell, I ain't never get it. Might snitch on myself if I think that I did it. Psych, that's a joke, but y'all probably didn't get it. 90% of the time, I'm bullshitting. And 10% of the time, I'm just kidding.
I wanna be rich and I want lots of money. I don't care about clever, I don't care about funny. I want loads of clothes and fuck loads of diamonds. I heard people die while they're trying.
Party boy, he fucking sucks. I hate that bitch. I'ma beat him up.
Why, bruh? Just because. Well, guess what? He doesn't give a fuck. Hardy boy trying to get $1 million bucks. Hardy boy trying to fuck 1 million sluts. Think I care about what you say? Then you're out of luck. Bitch, give it up. Yeah, I'm on my high horse, riding around with 5 horse. My swag's nothing like yours. So why do you try for $100 million I would die for? I got 9 lives, I need 9 more. Getting money is my sport. That's the fucking reason that I record.
I wanna be rich and I want lots of money. I don't care about clever, I don't care about funny.
I'm gonna get it regardless.
I want clothes and fuck loads of diamonds. I heard people die while they're trying to find. I wanna be rich and I want lots of money. I don't care
I'm out.
about
Holla at your boy.
I don't care about funny. I want loads of clothes and fuck loads of diamonds. I heard people die while they're trying to find.
Real DJs, biatch.
Bam.
That is a nice song.
It is. I love that. Pretty good.
Your dog loves it too.
Yeah. It's because my wife.
I need to leave good company, but it's going on 12. Actually, it is 12:30.
Yep.
So I better get my tiny honey to bed. But I had so much
All right.
fun.
Get your big
And
booty
also,
to bed,
I
baby.
love what you stand for.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, you guys, you have to go back and re-listen to the first, very part of this because it's important, people. It's
important information first hour.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Best part of this whole entire live stream.
Indeed.
God bless you. And I'll tell you what, you are very, very powerful. And you know what? Sometimes we got to remember, we win in the end, Aaron.
We're supposed to.
We will. All things through Christ, we will. Okay. Well, huge hugs and happy soon-to-be birthday.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I'll talk to you soon. Much love.
Okay, sweetheart.
Good night, Miss Sugar Glider. Love you, girl.
She loves you too. She's outside.
Okay. Talk to you soon.
Okay, bye, sweetheart.
Bye.
So now we find ourselves in this situation again where I'm up here by myself, so I don't know what to do, I really hate being on panel by myself. I'm just saying. I am just saying. Let me see here. Maybe I do something like that.
Make my car payment.
You don't do it online like a normal?
No, because my credit union gave me 2% interest on a loan, or 2.7%. So instead of
don't take credit, all right? You don't.
I take my cash out of the one account because there's a bunch of those branches by me, and I go right across the street and put the cash into my credit union account.
That sounds dumb as fuck. You take it out of account to put it in another account. What I'm saying is, why don't you just pay the shit online through your credit union then? Not withdraw it from ATM. Why are you withdrawing cash?
Get the money. How do I get the money in my credit union account?
Well, I mean, I get it, but now that you're going to use credit union, you don't have to do that. Am I correct or no?
Exactly.
All right, cool. Well, there you have it.
That's what I said. I just saved myself a bunch of headache. The only difference is my credit union doesn't have as many ATMs as the other bank.
Yeah, that's true. But they'll just charge you a couple dollars. You don't need to go get money out of a fucking account if you can do everything online. That's what you're not grasping here. Unless you're trying to pay the drug dealer or the whatever stripper.
Yeah,
you don't need cash.
I want to pay the crack man.
Well, will you pay my crack bill, please?
No. You pay for your own fucking habits.
Just joking. There's get to know. I knew he fucking would know. I'm okay. Thank you, love. But can you tell me? Let's talk about this. Inspirational B is trying to tell me that Opa's Angel, this lovely lady, is fucking her twin sister or some shit they're talking about, and that she does lap dances and I don't know. I'm just saying. Like, can you fix this for me? I know you know Opa really well. Do you know Inspirational B? She says she's more innocent. I don't trust none of this shit she's telling me right now, though. Even
I
though
don't know
like
inspirational or Opa. Oh, Opa's Angel is what's his name's sister or something.
whose sister? See, here we go with more sisters. I don't know.
I think it's a get to know sister.
No, it's not get to know sister.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. No, it's not. He's right here. Is that your sister, homeboy? Please tell me. I know it's not. No, it's not. It's not your sister.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Sister in Christ or some shit. I know she's not your